Has menopause affected your career, your job, your work, your finances? The literature shows that women have stepped back from their jobs, left the workforce, and lacked confidence in doing their job in perimenopause and menopause. This is not okay. Because our bodies are going through a transition and are losing and depleting a lot of the supplements that we need uh, in our bodies, it is causing our female workforce to lose confidence in their ability to do certain jobs, especially in professional positions. My experience has been just that. When I was in the height of going through menopause, and that was 2 years ago, I had extreme vertigo, extremely debilitating anxiety. I had lost a tremendous amount of weight, and the brain fog, the brain zaps were just uncontrollable. And so I had to take short term disability from my job, from my career for 6 months. During that time, I was going to my doctors, I hired a therapist, and I needed to get into the mindset of my new normal and how to handle my anxiety, and if I wanted to do medication or any holistic type therapy to help me while I was going through this transition. So after 6 months of being on short-term disability, I had to learn re-entry back into the workforce and back into my job. So how I did this was, before I officially came back to work, I would go up to my workplace and maybe once a week to walk into the environment, walk into the space. I had a lot of anxiety about, was I going to be able to do this job? And the first place that my vertical attacks took place was at work. So I was very anxious about that. So it took me about a good 4 to 6 weeks to do a re-entry back into work. And that's just where I slowly made myself comfortable being in the space again. I didn't go back to working full time immediately. I was able to do PRN work and work part time, which was lovely for me to be able to build my confidence. And during that time, I did step down from a position that I held for 10 years, and it was a position that I really loved. But I felt like the stage and the state of which my body was in at that time, I couldn't perform at the level that I wanted to perform or give the type of attention to it that I wanted to give. And also, there was a little bit of lack of confidence that I was going to be able to do the job to the level that was my expectation. But again, I had made up on my mind over those 6 months of being out of work that I was going to listen to my body and put my body first. Because your mind can tell you one thing that you can do, but your body will tell you something opposite or different. And so that has been the key to the way that I live now, is that the body keeps the score. So whatever my body tells me to rest, to sit down, to take a break, to not pick up another task, I listen to my body. I still work a reduced schedule, which is perfect for me because now I am not back to normal, but I'm at a place where my new normal, and I don't want to take on all those extra tasks, and I don't want to be under timeline or deadline constraints. I am doing what's best for me and what's best for my body and my mental health. Even though I stepped down from a position that I really loved, one thing that came out of this is I learned how to pivot my career and pivot my position. Even though I am not the leader of a particular program anymore, I can still do work that I love that is similar to that in other areas. And so you just have to learn how to make things work under the circumstances that are given to you. A big thing I would like to see happen is in corporate America that menopause advocacy is at the forefront of their minds of managers and leaders, and knowing that women will need menopause time off or accommodations for that. And we can also be big advocates for ourselves in that area and speak up to our managers, or when we see a coworker who's struggling that may need help, we really need to open our mouths. If you've had workplace experiences that have been affected by your menopause, please like, share, and follow this post, and leave me comments about how it was for you and how you got through it.